Recently I wrote that healing and brokenness are both pain. The difference is that healing is pain in the direction of restoration. Now, the reason why I actually wrote this was because I came to realize that most of the time when one is going through the process of actually finding their strength again or healing, because of the work that you have to put in, it can be very discouraging. So we end up settling for, for that dysfunctionality or that brokenness, or we settle in it and we identify with it and we carry it and we make it part of who we are. And I don't think that is right in itself, although it makes sense. If you think about it, most of the time when you're broken, you perceive that you didn't do anything wrong. And yes, you're a good person. Maybe you are a good person. You are kind. And yes, you trusted the people that, your brokenness came through. And, for now to feel that even to get healing, you have to work, it can be pretty discouraging. And, I just wanted to give a different perspective to it. To say, yes, you know what? You were hurt, you were disappointed, you were betrayed. As a result, you are broken. But, if we were to use time as reference, is it not better to spend 5 years towards your healing than spending another 5 years in the brokenness? Is it not better to take those baby steps out instead of actually sitting in the brokenness, in the pain, and settling in it? Because at the end of the day, pain is toxic. At the end of the day, brokenness, unforgiveness, those things do not yield any fruit. They do not yield any good fruit. Instead, actually, when you settle in brokenness, when you settle in pain, when you settle in disappointment, what happens is you become more and more detached, isolated, not trusting. You just give up on people. And as much as it begins with giving up on people, it really is giving up on yourself. Because when you're broken, remember, you cannot step forward. When you're broken, it compromises your hope, it compromises your outlook, it compromises your perception, your understanding, your thinking. So as much as it still costs you work, unfair as it sounds, is it not better to spend the next 6 months in the path of restoration than another 6 months in the dump, the puddle of pain and hurt? May the Lord continue to give us strength. May the Lord continue to carry us as we heal from different things. And remember, pain is pain. It cannot be weighed against. We can never say that, oh, you were broken because you lost a loved one. You are broken because somebody stole your bag. And we measure that against, we measure those kinds of pains against each other. Because remember, everything hits where it hits. And what hits me and what hits the next person might be different, on a scale of how serious it is. But the fact that it hurts, it's serious to you. So can we not undermine each other's pain, but remember and remind each other each day that, you know what? Healing is pain in the right direction, because ultimately you will find restoration. And remember, for women or for us as people, most of the time when we are hurt, some of the pain becomes generational. We transmit that to our children. We talk about how we were hurt. We transmit those reactions, all those things to our children. And what we can spend 5 years breaking so that 3 generations down the line we don't have to deal with, sometimes we become discouraged as we're trying to do that because it seems so unfair, and we end up just accepting that it's the status quo, it's what it is, but that is not true. Jesus says that I have come so that you may have life in abundance. Yes, the enemy came to steal, to kill, and to destroy, but Jesus came so that we may have life in abundance. And remember, we are not fighting against flesh and blood. God bless you all the time. Keep well. Thank you.